Hello, everyone. Come on in. This is my book club number 2. I am going through my new book, A Radical Awakening. A Radical Awakening. Get a copy. Who started the book? We are talking about this book. We're going through it. I'm going to have women come on to share their stories, and I'm going to do this book club discussion. So I'd love you to interact and answer my questions when I ask and be part of the dynamic. Hi guys, welcome. Hi Miss Clary from New Zealand. Hi Shaolin Leo. Hi guys, so we're going to do this almost every day whenever I can, and we're going to go through this book, A Radical Awakening. It's been out for 2 weeks. It is changing people's lives. It's reforming our ways. It's rebirthing our power, and it is truly transforming our energy and our inner way of being. So, who's getting the book? It's on Audible, it's in hard copy, it's everywhere. So, get the book. Hi, so many Australians. Wonderful, wonderful. Hi, guys. So, in this book, A Radical Awakening, and this is book club number 2. I'm going to do many book clubs so you can understand the issues. I'm going to bring women to talk about it. So if you set your notice to getting Instagram notifications, then you can be part of my book club. So let's do this. So I start the book with a love note to my sisters before you begin this book. I write, this book is about your awakening. It is an ode and an homage to your authentic self, the self that is waiting to be birthed anew. It is an ode and an homage to your authentic self. So as I was writing this book, every part of the book, every word I chose, every sentence came from a very deep place within my own being. I knew that if I didn't show up on the page at my most authentic limit, I wouldn't be able to communicate with power, with emotion, with passion to your authentic self. So in order for us to express ourselves authentically, what is required is a letting go of the inauthentic. So in order to let go of the inauthentic, I needed to dig deep down, because there's a lot of inauthentic stuff that we are conditioned with. And it mostly is around this idea that we are not good enough. I mean, this is just the whole profession of psychology, psychiatry, cosmetic industries, surgeries, plastic surgery rotates and revolves and pivots and founds itself on one principle. There is only one principle that runs the world. And the principle is not good enoughness. It's so cliched that we should just be tired about talking about it, but it's just profound. Not good enoughness is just everywhere. This is what every industry is somehow, somewhere based upon and is making money off on. The world is profiting on our inherent not good enoughness. So there's always a better phone. There's always a better computer. There's always a better hair product. There's always better things for your face, for this little face. There's always so many products. And because deep down we have bought into this fundamental idea that we are not good enough, we keep buying. Every business person knows that they have to answer a need, right? What is the need? And many business schools will teach, create the need. Create the need. Think about it. You create a need to fulfill a need so you can make profit. And this is how businesses run. What is the need you are answering? And what if there isn't a need? Oh, no problem. We will create the need. So we are run based on this. And nowhere did I see it as profoundly as in parenthood, because parents began to believe that there was a need to have their kid at 3 years old be a superstar. There was no need, but the need was created. Oh, your kid doesn't speak 7 foreign languages by 7, right? No, my kid can barely speak English properly or whatever the native language is. But the need began to be created. And soon there is an industry that targets the vulnerable parent who is filled with ego, who wants their children to be amazing. The best captive population is the parent. So guys, we are talking about my book, A Radical Awakening. Come on in. We're going to do a book club, which is not going to follow the book exact, because you're going to read the book exact, but I'm going to share with you the stuff that's not in the book. And we're going to grow and evolve and have conversations together. So I'll be doing this for many weeks. So make sure you have a notice saying that I'm on. If you want to be on, you don't have to be on. So when we have a need, we're screwed. Because now we are held by the jugular to the person that we imagine can fill the need, which wasn't there in the first place. Right? I see this in my own parenting. Right? My kid is 18. She's supposed to take college level classes. They're called AP classes in America. Why do we have to take college level classes in high school? Oh, because it's a whole system. And we pay the college board, who then enrolls our kids. And then maybe the colleges will transfer. But why would the colleges transfer? Because then the college doesn't get that credit. So then the college creates its own loopholes and then we have to do it all over again. And oops, there's a system and it keeps rolling, right? So the system has taught us, especially women, to go on a war against ourselves. The system has taught us to go on a war against our children, to see that it is not good enough, to see them in some way where they are lacking. And as long as they're lacking, now the system has us. And the system is going to churn us. So when I look in the mirror as a 48-year-old woman, 49 next month, and I see all my lines, one up like a track, I am being conditioned that I'm not supposed to have it, right? The culture is conditioning me that that's not okay. But I'm almost 50. It is okay. But the culture is saying it's not okay. And my age is saying it is okay. So now I'm in a war against myself. Do you understand? I'm not, but I could be, right? It's insane. We are not supposed to age. We are not supposed to be. We are not supposed to be normal. And women are executing a war against ourselves. Why women more than men? Because we have way more on our prescription checklist than men do. It's just the way of the world. We have to be the mothers, we have to be the wives, we have to be the caretakers, we have to be the connectors, we have to be the nice ones, we have to shut up, we have to be quiet, we have to be skinny, we have to be beautiful, we have to breastfeed, we have to birth babies, we have to be successful entrepreneurs. We're supposed to know how to cook, we're supposed to know how to sew. With men can just go and earn money, and if they don't, now women are earning it with them. Not to minimize men, but I'm just saying, okay, we women have a lot, right? So the pressure on us is tremendous. So I write a love note to my sisters. We're talking about my book, A Radical Awakening. Grab your copy. I will be doing a book club every other day or every day. This is book club number 2. So I write in this love note to my sisters when I start the book. We all yearn to be free, yet we feel encaged in our daily lives, consumed by fear and unworthiness. What these pages promise you is a path out of the cage toward a new vision of yourself. We all yearn to be free, yet we feel encaged in our daily lives, consumed by fear and unworthiness. What these pages promise you is a path out of the cage toward a new vision of yourself. So this is what this book is about. And I will be doing a book club almost every day, but I'm not giving a time because I'm free and I don't want to commit. I have commitment issues in the summer, especially can't commit. So it'll be when it'll be. You catch me when you catch me. If you want me, you find me on Instagram. So this book promises a vision of yourself that is unencaged, out of the cage. Now, to be out of the cage means that you have to let it all go. So to awaken and evolve means to deeply understand ourselves. So I always say the number one criteria of consciousness is self-awareness. Deep and profound and aligned, interconnected self-awareness. Doesn't mean that you self-awareness is not, I like chicken more than broccoli. That's not the self-awareness we are talking about. Or I like cute little poodles better than cats. No, that's not the self-awareness I'm talking about. That is just like, hello, do you just know what you like in the moment? Self-awareness is, do you understand the co-creation of your life? Do you see yourself as a key player in your mental experience? Do you understand that your mental experience is coming from you? And this book, A Radical Awakening, is all about taking charge of your emotional world, deeply, radically awakening to your own emotional experience. That is what it means to be self-aware. It means that there are no others out there who are responsible for your emotional experience. This is the radical part of radical self-awareness. So self-awareness is not about I like black or blue or I like him or her. It's really at a deep level, understanding who it is you are without your label. You know, it's call me what you want. Call me anything you want. It has nothing to do with who I am at my core. And deep self-awareness is about entering your essence. It's about entering who it is you are without your job, your label, your career, your title. That is deep self-awareness. So today's talk, I want to focus on this idea of a soulmate, right? All of us want a soulmate, right? We want a buddy for our soul, right? So we go out into the world looking for a soulmate, and then we're always disappointed and upset because the soulmate is not arriving. And we're all looking. Here is the gross delusion about that idea, okay? And if you're below 25 and you want to hold on to the illusion, then get off this call because I'm going to burst it right now. There is no soulmate. There are good soul matches, and there's some people who match you more than other people, but there is no soulmate. The only person who is your soulmate is you. The mate that your soul is looking for is you. And we don't even know who we are. And you can never know who you are interminably, always, because you are always going to meet new realities that bring up other things. Now you can have a soul match, a fabulous soul match, better than another soul match. But you ain't going to find a soul mate, right? A soul mate who walks the same path as your soul is you. That's you. And that's who you need to find. And that's who you need to cultivate, like right now, yesterday. And that's who you need to fall in love with. You are the soulmate that you were looking for. The other person is a good match or a better match or a shitty match. But the match that is the deepest communion is you. Now, I know what I'm saying is cliched, but still, Hallmark and movies keep selling this idea of soulmate, right? Somebody asked me the other day, I think he's my soulmate. What do you think? I said, I know he's not your soulmate because there is no soulmate out there. There are only matches. And he's a match for now and fabulous. Lovely. Let's have some champagne. He's a match for now. Amazing. Wow. You are really, really having a great experience. But the soulmate is only you. And you cannot have even soul matches, really great soul matches at the level that you desire unless you become your soul mate, right? Unless you deeply know who it is you are, how can anybody know who you are? How can you expect people to understand you? What we want is somebody to meet our needs. We're like, Oh, we're so special. Will you meet my needs? Don't you love me enough to give up your life for me? Don't you think I'm so amazing? So all your eyes and attention are just on me. And that's what we want. We want that undivided, focused energy on us that we've been missing since childhood. So the soulmate is always your deepest self-connection, your deepest self-understanding, your deepest self-communion. So that is the mission, and that's what this book is about. A Radical Awakening is about you arriving at your greatest inner communion. And when you arrive there, there is complete liberation, because you really realize how sweet this marriage is, how complete it is. And you walk around complete, not with these pores and holes where people can attack you or things can leak out. You are who you are. So now somebody's asking about twin flame mates. You know, twin flames is a movement. It's an ideology. Hurrah, hurrah. You know, call it whatever you want. You know, triplet mates. Why can't it be triplet mates? Why is it only twin mates, right? I'm just saying. These are nice, funny, catchy, lovely, sexy words, but we hold on to them as if you're looking for your twin mate. Don't look for anyone. There's nobody out there. The people will come who are meant to come to reflect yourself and to teach you how you have to grow. Please don't waste your time. I mean, sure, you can go on match.com and have some fun swiping. But let me tell you, at the end of the day, you will be with someone who matches your inner state. And what you allow is what you allow. And it's as simple as that. And as long as you are in need, you will compromise beyond your need. As long as you're hungry for someone to complete you, and as long as you want to be with that idea of partner and the idea of the image of the lover, you're going to really compromise and bullshit yourself because you have a need. You know how when you're hungry and you go to the grocery store, that's a bad time to go to the grocery store. I mean, how much have you spent when you're hungry at the grocery store or in Costco? Go to Costco when you're hungry. Oh my goodness. You're like first scouring the aisles for those freebies, and you're like circling the aisle, and you're like, how do I take 20? Because I'm so hungry. And then you buy everything in the freezer. Everything looks amazing, right? Because you're hungry. In the same way, psychological hunger makes you blind, makes you take anything. You're like, I'm so hungry, just give me anything. And we really lower our standards, 100%. And then we just eat so fast. That's what falling in love is, guys. Falling in love. You're like, oh my God, I'm so in love. Oh my goodness. You're out of your mind. That's what's happened. Okay, that's what's happened. You're out of your freaking mind. Right? Today I met a friend and she told me, don't worry, I'm not falling in love, because she knows me. And I said, very good. She's like, but it's not sexy. I go, I know. And she's like, I'm taking it really slow. I was hallelujah. Because when you're full, you eat slowly, no? When you're full, you choose. You select. You're not grabbing. You know how when you're hungry, you're like, your brains are going to blow out. You're like, give me anything right now. I want to eat right now. And then you take some junk, some really bad old food. You're like, expiration date, expired. It's okay. They're fake. And then you eat them. Eat whatever. I've done it so many times, right? You just devour. That is falling in love. There is no such thing as falling in love. Yes, there's a recognition that you met somebody who's like you. But when you're full inside, you're like, hello, nice to meet you. But you're not here, let me eat you, take me, let you eat me, I eat you, we live together, you complete me, I complete you. What is that nonsense? It comes from deep need. And it's really dangerous. I have made many, many negative choices out of hunger. And same with a job. Same with friendships. It's not just lovers. It's you compromise because you want people in your life. You compromise because you want a child. Okay? So many women have compromised. They're like, I need a child. I need a child. I need a child. Okay. So you're willing to be with this person for 30 years of a child. Right? One moment of copulation, 30 years with this person. What are we thinking? So we don't need a child either. What we need is ourselves. And then from that state comes all else. So Catalina asks, how do you work on that need? You grab my book and you start the work, and you have to do the inner work. If you don't do the inner work, then you can't do this. I know I'm creating a need, right? Look how I am. I'm like, you have a need, read my book. But we do have a need. That's the real need. We don't need Botox and plastic surgery. We need to do the work to come back home to ourselves. That we really need. Savannah says, I want a child. Going to head to the sperm bank. There you go. You don't want the child with the 30-year headache of the other person, yes? Think about it. This is my life, unconscious choices, waiting for your book. Take her course too. You have to get lucky and meet a good girl for you. If there's no good girl and there's no luck, okay, there is no such thing as luck, okay? What is luck? You know, Oprah defined luck as opportunity meets bloody hard work. So that when you come to the opportunity, you're ready. So that's all you have to be, is be ready. And that means you have to work on yourself. There is no such thing as some magic fairy dust that will send you your perfect partner because you're so sweet. No, it doesn't work like that. This is all about you. So what if you want a child but no husband? Yeah, you work it out with a friend maybe. You go to a sperm bank maybe. You negotiate. But you know, I would seriously go to a sperm bank. That's where science is here for you. Or adopt a child. How about that? Adopt a child. There are so many children who don't have anybody. Really, do we need to go to a sperm bank to get our special eggs because we're so amazing and our kid is going to save the world with a sperm that we don't even know? Maybe we adopt. But I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just suggesting that we don't know where the sperm is coming from. And before we don't know, why don't we go and like look at some cute kids who don't have parents? Maybe. Okay. Or consider why you want a child to complete yourself. Yes. 100% yes. Okay, let's go back to the book, A Radical Awakening. So to awaken and evolve means to deeply understand ourselves. This involves befriending the parts of us we may not want to see. Okay, so when I was writing this book, my first draft of the book was like, this is how you do it, and if you don't do this, then this is what will happen. And I was like with the machine gun, you know. And then I became really soft in my second draft, and I wrote, this involves befriending the parts of us we may not want to see, especially our pain. Okay, this is my way of saying, this involves getting to know who you are, okay? Pronto, right now. Do you understand? But when you're writing, you have to be gentle, you know? So you may not want to see. You definitely don't want to see this stuff. You don't want to see yourself. And you project your stuff, you put it all out there, and the other person is rude and obnoxious, and you're amazing, you're an angel, right? So we don't want to see the parts of ourselves that are in pain, incomplete. So somebody asks, you said in the book that we love with conditions. Isn't that a good thing? So conditions are great for yourself, but we have conditions for the other person. Like they got to love us in a particular way, and that is what is wrong. But when I get to that part of the book, we will talk about it again. So the book is available on Audible. It's available on digital, on Kindle, and in hard copy. Grab a copy and spread it to your sisters. This is a book for your mother, for your sisters, and then for your partner. Understanding our pain is painful. This is why the words and pages in this book may trigger you. I want you to know that I've been intentional with these triggers. The pain comes from dismantling old belief structures and ways of being. The feelings of shock, grief, and loss are therefore not only natural, they are pivotal for your transformation. So in this book, I dismantle you and I try to help you come back together. So it's not going to be easy. If you are looking for a book that is going to help you break out of your ceiling and shatter that ceiling and wake you up into a new vibrational awareness and vibrational frequency. This is what I wrote this book about. This is the book for you to radically awaken. If you enjoy my teachings and you wonder about them, then this is the book to delve into. So in today's book club, I just wanted to focus on the illusions we have and how dangerous coming out of need is. That we conjure up ideas like luck or soulmates or twin flames, looking for something or someone on the outside to complete us. And these needs from inside they're desiring only one completion, one solution, one medication, and that is ourselves. But because of culture, we look outside, thinking that someone on the outside can fulfill us. I do have tea here. I talk all day, so my throat is super dry, but it is what it is. It's the hazard of the profession. But so if you are looking for a jolt of awareness, if you're looking for a jolt of courage, then we have to read books that awaken us, that remind us of who it is we are. So this book was written with that heart, with that passion. It's about dismantling who you were and rebirthing yourself into someone really powerful. There is no soulmate on the outside. There is only a soul recognition with others. But you can only recognize someone else deeply if you recognize yourself. The greatest marker of your consciousness is your own self-awareness. So that is what this book is about. And when you enter your own self-awareness, you don't overeat, you don't overdrink, you don't over betray yourself, you don't over abuse yourself. You enter into your greatest self-respect, self-honor. You don't overeat anymore. You don't overdo nothing anymore because you truly love yourself like a really precious best friend. And that's what this book is ushering you toward. That you are the most amazing person in your life is you. And you have to cherish you. Cherish your veins, your wrinkles, your white hair, your body. This is all you have. And in our prostitution to others' belief systems, we have given our power. And this book is about coming back into your own power. You've already listened to it on Audible. That's amazing. No overeating. I'm buying the book today. Yes. I know if I put, you will lose 20 pounds in the next few months after reading this book, I will sell 1 million copies, right? But it is one of the fallouts of deep self-recognition and deep self-love. When you truly become your own soulmate, you think that that's a lonely place because you don't need anyone. It is the most fulfilling place and you have too many people around you. You're like, okay, I need to be alone. And you want to get there. You want to get to that place, but you can only get there through this work, through self-growth. So grab a book and meet me here tomorrow for my book club number 3. Each day I'm going to touch upon a topic to make you think about something that comes from the book, but you still have to read the book. I'm not reading verbatim from the book. I'm just giving you little nuggets to ignite you from the book. Read the book. See you tomorrow for book club number 3. Bye, guys. It's a free book club. You're here, Justin. You don't have to join. This is the book club. It's for free. That's my gift to you to help you to awaken to yourself. Bye, guys.